Savage Sports fan, please like, share, subscribe. We're a new channel trying to get it up and going. New subscribers, thanks for the love and support. Hit the bell notification, drop a comment, share a video. Let's get to the show. Listen, it's a late night conversation here. By the time you get this in the morning, you have been to saw all the highlights of Draymond Green hitting the gentleman from Phoenix in the face. It's late at night. I'm kind of stumbling and bumbling here. I've been watching the video over and over. Watch some of the game also. In my opinion, I think Draymond Green actually should be suspended for the rest of the season. Yep, I said the rest of the season. It's only 27 games in. I think at this point, Draymond's Draymond. And what people are not talking about is no one fears the Golden State Warriors anymore. That locker room, they know it's an older team. They're older. It's it's a new year. It's a new year. Teams are younger. Teams are hungry. Golden State is almost like old news. People do not fear them anymore, and they're not stupid. Draymond's a smart player. He's a capable player. And in my mind, I think he's doing these antics to kind of like intimidate a lot of these other teams to have them fear Golden State in a different way, like 1980 style basketball. Draymond is doing WrestleMania type basketball. He's doing like Green Bay Packer type basketball, Pittsburgh Steelers type basketball. He wants teams to fear them from a different perspective, not from shooting, not from cutting, not from blowing you out, not from half-court shots. But if you play us close and we got to hit you hard and intimidate you, Draymond said 90% of these players are soft. So he's trying to punk them. So he's trying to put in the mind that if you're playing the Golden State Warriors, it's going to be a tough physical fight, and it's going to make you reluctant to play the way you used to. So I get why Draymond's doing what he's doing. But to be honest, after seeing him do a roundhouse, he could have knocked this guy out. He could have knocked his eyeball out. He could have knocked this guy straight eyeball out. I'm sorry. I like rough play. I like physicality. But when you see something like that, hey, bro, I hate to break it to you. Draymond needs to come back into 2024, coming to 2025. It's over. Listen, he's been suspended already 3 times, from my understanding, 3 times this year. So, what are you going to wait on next? Listen, we're 27 games in, right? Golden State started out, 5-1, 6-2, right? The last 15 games, they won 4 games, so 4-11 or something, right? We're not even halfway there, and they're getting beat, right? What happens the second half when the games really matter, but you're tired, you're older, you're not the quickness that you need to have? You're going to be getting blown out even more. You're going to be getting embarrassed some nights. So they're already frustrated now. This thing is about to just fall off the rails. Remember, I made the prediction. When Michael Jordan sold that team in the summer, I said, don't be shocked if some of the other owners sell their team. Mark Cuban sold his team, a week ago, right? What was my next prediction? I said, some of these other owners are going to sell teams. I said, don't be shocked in 2 years if my surprise owner is on the Golden State Warriors. Why? The team will be falling apart. They'll have a new stadium, and they're in a place called California. California is where they'll be, with a bum team, with a different economy, probably a different president, and a different America. You'll want to get out of the basketball business. Look at this Golden State team now. I believe they just got that new stadium, and they're hot garbage. Maybe this is an easy fix. Maybe they work it out at the second half of the year. But I'm telling you, from what you see, nobody fears Golden State. Clay can't hit a shot. He's too slow. He never fully recovered from the injuries. Chris Paul, I love Chris Paul. But Chris Paul, God, I think he came in before Derrick Rose. He's playing well, but they're older. All they have is Curry, and I think you can double, triple team him. He's small. They don't have a lot of pieces when you look at the starters, but the bench reminds you of the old Golden State Warriors without the talent, without the big shots, without JaVale McGee and all of that. So this is not going to get better. It's ugly. So at this point, the dirty truth is no one fears this team, and they old news. They were not supposed to beat Sacramento in the playoffs last year, remember? Sacramento, I believe, was up 3-1 or something like that. And Golden State needed 2 miracle games to get out of there. Sacramento was supposed to put Golden State out of their misery last summer in the playoffs. If Sacramento would have handled their business and eliminated Golden State in the first round, because Sacramento is a young gunning team, they would have broke this team up probably over the summer. That was all they would have needed to say, you know what? They traded Jordan. I think they re-signed Draymond $100 million, $25 million a year. I mean, it would have just escalated everything to just break it up. Now, it's going to be harder because everybody's watching this team fall apart. Who wants Draymond on their team? I always said he'll be good in Detroit. They'll love Draymond in Detroit. They'll love him in New York. That's where they should be looking at. Detroit or New York should be trying to go for Draymond. He would hate Toronto. He would hate Orlando. He would hate Minnesota. Jimmy Butler didn't like Minnesota. They was a little too soft for him. Draymond ain't gonna like that. But I think Draymond's attitude fits. Hey, man, he needs to be in the D. He needs to take him to D-Town or something like that. And I think he played in Michigan or something like that. So I think he needs to go out there with that. At this point, they're old. They're old, man. The sturdy secrets, they old. The unsung troopers, they stink. Their father time is knocking at the door. You open the door, they abs. I mean, you got a pot belly now. Usually when father time knock at the door, I'll say, hey, listen, my abs are better than yours. Come back in 5 years. Now, when Father Time knocks on Golden State's door, I mean, it's going to take them 5 minutes, and they're going to need a cane, and they're going to say, who is it? Who is it? You know, it's old man. They're old men. They got canes out there now, bro. We love you, Golden State, but we saw it happen in Detroit. We saw it happen in Chicago. We saw it happen with Kobe. We looking at it with LeBron. LeBron them lost tonight. The champion, the bubble champion, the first ever. They lost again. There was a clown. I mean, dude, this is clown. That, whatever they got that tournament thing, man, that was a popcorn. That's a popcorn game. Popcorn award, popcorn show. They lost. But what I'm saying is all teams go through this. And what we're seeing is Golden State. They're just not handling like men. They're not handling like gentlemen. They doing what Isaiah Thomas did when the Bulls beat them and Isaiah Thomas then walked out and they wouldn't shake nobody's hand. This is what you seeing with Draymond Green them. They just not doing it. They throwing elbows. He's the only one, but he's the face of the team. You know, he's the energy guy. They co-signed it. They rewarded him for a contract. They got rid of Jordan Poole. They kept him. They made their choice. This is what it is. Instead of them walking out being gentlemen, they out here throwing elbows and slapping and trying to jump off the rim and just hurt their fellow NBA brothers. And that's just not cool. That's why I think the NBA, Adam Silver, Mr. Scarecrow. Yeah, I know you from Chicago. You look like a scarecrow. You need to suspend Draymond the rest of the year. I hate to say this, but you need to suspend him the rest of the year. Sorry. We love you, Draymond, but ain't no room for this. Anyway, drop a comment. How long do you think this suspension should be? Do you think he should be suspended at all? Some people are like, no. I do think it's going to be more than a 5-game suspension. I think he might get, 25 games. This might be a 25-game suspension. That means they're already 27 games. He'll be coming back after All-Star break. Is he banned from All-Star weekend? Is he banned from all NBA events? Is he banned from NBA training facilities? Is he banned from traveling with the team? I mean, you got to send a message here. I say send him home. Come back next November. Come back next Halloween. You got to do something. Or do you ban them into the playoffs if they make that? What do you do? What do you do? The NBA trade start. You can be eligible to play trade players this Friday, I believe, December 15th. Players will start being traded this weekend. Do you trade him during his suspension? I'm not sure. I believe all the signees who sign extensions and contracts over the summer are eligible to be traded on the 15th. I got to double check. But when he's traded, do you shop him? Who's going to pick him up? But I still think Detroit will pick him up because Detroit is on a 20-some-odd game losing streak, and they need some spark. They need a reason for people to come to the arena. Send them to Detroit. It'll be a good move because Detroit got some young bum players that they need a fresh start. This is a good trade. That's breaking news, Savage Sports fan. Golden State should trade him to Detroit because Detroit got a lot of young pieces. Draymond is a super thug. They'll love him there. He'll be the Black Bill Laimbeer. And he'll be a sideshow. And they need a reason to pay. So I think you trade him to Detroit. You trade him to Detroit. Send him back east. Let him get some of that snow. And everybody's happy. But anyway, how many games do you think he should be suspended? Do you think they should suspend him the rest of the year? Ban him from all NBA facilities? Or trade him during his suspension? Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Breaking news. You saw the video. The dirty secret is Golden State's old. No one's scaring you. Klay can't get open. The bench is better. Steve Kerr looked like he need a nap. I'm just saying, it's over, bruh. It's over. Father Time is undefeated. Anyway, drop a comment. I'm out.